So the weekends used to be really discouraging for me because they represented an unscheduled section of my week that didn't go by quickly. And what I mean by that is I spent so much of my week doing work I didn't want to do that the weekends just reminded me that I was not doing anything that brought me joy or life, and that these 2 days should be days that I'm enjoying, but I wasn't because I knew I was going back to the next week where I was doing work I didn't want to do. They also represented the fact that there was no structure to my day on the weekends, so the days would pass slower. They represented the fact that I couldn't go out and take my family and do these elaborate weekend vacations I wanted to do. They just represented a reminder of the fact that my life didn't look like I wanted it to look. And maybe you relate to that. Maybe you're working a job you absolutely hate, or you feel like you're not living in your purpose. And so weekends are just an unscheduled reminder of that each time it happens. And so what I learned to do on the weekends is take some time out that I would use to do things that did bring me life. Maybe it was working on some goals that I had, things that were side hustles, things that I hoped to turn into my 9 to 5 or my day-to-day. I would just take some time either to work on those things or do self-care, things that made my spirit come alive. Even if it was as simple as in the evening on a Saturday taking a bubble bath, or applying self-tanner, which I know sounds ridiculous to some people if that's not your thing, but just something that was like, it was kind of like for just me, to make me feel good. And when I would do that, it would really help me not to be so stuck in that mindset of, I don't like my life the way that it is right now, or the things that weren't going right. It would help them not to feel as highlighted in my day as that being the only thing I can think about. So if you find yourself heading into the weekend and you're like, okay, another weekend where I'm just going to be frustrated, I want you to think about what you can do this weekend to give yourself some life. Maybe it's reading a book and just disconnecting for a while, just reading a fiction book, or having a great conversation with a friend, maybe going out on a date with your husband, maybe taking one of your kids out for ice cream. Just something that allows you to not focus on the fact that things aren't going the way that you want them to. That's just my encouragement. I hope that you're able to find something to do this weekend that helps you just decompress and find the joy that you do have in your life, the things that are going right, the things that you can focus on that will help move you forward instead of all of the frustrating things that make you feel stuck.